always from the heart of the city, and now on demand 24/7 on the CHFI website. This is the soundtrack to The Silent Goddess. And I'm Don Jackson, around the world on the internet. Alfred Brendel, from the book Musical Thoughts and Afterthoughts, published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux, wrote, and I quote, "I like the fact that listen is an anagram of silent. Silence is not something that is there before the music begins and after it stops. It is the essence of the music itself, the vital ingredient that makes it possible for the music to exist at all." Unquote. This hour when silence is golden, with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Colbie, Caillat, Fallin for you, and Whitney Houston, In a Moment of Silence, I Look to You. I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. How often do we speak harshly and regret the words later? We wish we had taken a few moments' pause to consider our words carefully before speaking. We say things in the heat of the moment that always seem to come back to haunt us. When cooler heads prevail, we wish we could take the words back. Human beings have always been known to act first and think later. February 18th is a date on the ancient calendar when the ancient Romans honored Tacita, the silent goddess, binding hostile speech and unfriendly mouths. As author Nigel Pennick said in his Pagan Book of Days, Lawrence Sterne in Tristram Shandy wrote, and I quote, "The accusing spirit, which flew up to heaven's chancery with the oath, blushed as he gave it in, and the recording angel, as he wrote it down, dropped a tear upon the word and blotted it out forever." Unquote. If only it were that easy. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Fray and How to Save a Life, and Christina Aguilera, and I Turn to You. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. And so we're a day late in 2010 for the honoring of Tacita. But we shouldn't have to wait for just one day in the year to know the value of silence. This is called The Tone of Voice, its author unknown. It is not so much what you say as the manner in which you say it. It is not so much the language you use as the tone in which you convey it. Words may be mild and fair, but the tone may pierce like a dart. Words may be soft as the summer air, but the tone may break my heart. For words come from the mind, grow by study and art, but tone leaps from the inner self, revealing the state of the heart. Whether you know it or not, whether you mean it or care, gentleness, kindness, love and hate, envy, anger are there. Then, would you quarrels avoid and peace and love rejoice? Keep anger not only out of your words, keep it out of your voice. The tone of voice, author unknown. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Jim Croce, and I'll have to say I love you in a song. The Guess Who's Sour Sweet and Jim Cuddy and Pull Me Through. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Alistair Reed wrote, "Should I speak unthinkingly, rashly, outwardly, or look wordlessly? Move determinedly, or wait expectantly?" She sighs slightly. I turn anxiously. She sits quietly, smiling distantly. Either lie passionately or not lie, fruitlessly. I pause two-mindedly. To love wishfully, blindly, entirely, self-transformingly, or to stay truthfully in doubt, wistfully doomed to reality. Her face, held beautifully, looks at me questioningly. I watch her wonderingly. To love recklessly, hazarding certainty, losing identity, or to feel warily. Vows made conditionally. Words, wait carefully. She looks up suddenly, her eyes speaking clearly. My thought completely. Poised unbelievably, we touch magically, and light strikes blindingly. The words of Alistair Reed. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Lady Antebellum, and Need You Now, and Jason Mraz, and I'm yours. I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. N. Scott Momaday from Housemaid of Dawn, published in 1968, wrote, "Words were medicine. They were magic and invisible. They came from nothing into sound and meaning. They were beyond price. They could neither be bought nor sold." Unquote. And Homer in the Odyssey reminds us, "The wine urges me on, the bewitching wine, which sets even a wise man to singing and to laughing gently, and rouses him up to dance, and brings forth words that were better unspoken." Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com.
But you're just a boy.
Beyonce, If I Were a Boy, and Jann Arden with Jackson Browne, Unloved, February the 19th, 2010. I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Will Durant, in The Story of Civilization, published by Simon & Schuster, wrote, "When a simpleton abused him, Buddha listened in silence. But when the man had finished, Buddha asked him, 'Son, if a man declined to accept a present made to him, to whom would it belong?' The man answered, 'To him who offered it.' 'My son,' responded Buddha, 'I decline to accept your abuse. and request you keep it to yourself. Unquote. Will Durant in The Story of Civilization, published by Simon & Schuster. And finally, Henri Nouwen, from Out of Solitude, and published by Ave Maria Press, wrote, "The friend who can be silent with us in a moment of despair or confusion, who can stay with us in an hour of grief and bereavement, who can tolerate not knowing, not curing, not healing, and face us with the reality of our powerlessness. That is the friend who cares." Unquote. Enough said. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Good night, sweet dreams. I'm Don Jackson.